So it's okay to date
pause
a guy
it.
for.
Damn, grandma's calling in. Yo, you ever watch WWE and someone's fighting and the song comes on?
Mhm,
Yeah, I
That's what
sorry.
used to
this
get I
feels
used
like.
to get pissed at that shit.
Alright,
I'm
cool.
like, come on, bro.
Hello.
Hello,
Can you hear us, Grandma?
this is
Hello.
Grandma.
Hi, nice
Wow,
to meet you.
grandma, you did it. I'm so proud of you,
I did it.
grandma. Wow. I will tell you this.
I'm
You're
not that technically challenged, really. Don't let her
Wow.
say that.
Wow.
no, but I would say this, grandma.
I
You're
love her already.
grandma. You are so much better than most grandmas. Most grandmas don't even know how to work a phone.
Word.
So shout out to you.
No, well, thanks, guys.
All right. So were you being sarcastic when you said traditional? What's that about? Or
Totally.
Oh.
I don't think there is really any traditional relationships anymore with any of these girls.
Oh my God, I love you already. I
grandma,
love you.
you're welcome here
Do you believe
anytime.
there
Exactly.
should be, or do you think it's good how it is now?
I think it's much more attractive on a woman, but I just don't see it a whole lot. I just spent almost a month down there with these girls, and it was crazy. And I
Your
was
grandma's here
really
with
fucking
you.
warm.
Oh, that's
She was
so
at the club?
cool. She stayed for like 3 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
She was disgusted.
We went to the Bahamas even, got stuck there for a few days. So, hey,
Wow.
Wait.
I tend to be more spontaneous.
Okay. I like
Grandma,
that.
can I ask you a question? Are you married?
Yes, I am.
For how long?
We just hit 7 years. We've been together for about 10, but I found love at 62.
Yo, don't do that again. You might hurt her. Go ahead.
Say what?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want the sound effects to hurt your ears because they're pretty loud.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm deaf. I'm pushing 70, so hey.
Gotcha.
Making it as right.
All right.
No, actually, I'm on my third marriage, actually, but
Oh.
podcasting is about me. I was married once and widowed once, and I didn't think the third time was going to be a charm unless it was dropped in front of me with a sign that said I'm from God, and I wanted JC's initials in the lower right-hand corner, and by golly, I got that at 62.
Wow.
So I was
Wow.
pretty happy.
Shout out to you. By golly.
You got
I really
lucky.
like that.
Those are rare though.
I will say one question for you, Grandma.
Yes.
So I really like the older movies where you see people like fall in love and they grow old. Like, you ever seen that movie, The Journal, where they die together?
Yes.
You mean the
The
notebook?
Notebook?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Notebook. You ever seen that movie
Yeah.
where they like pass away
Yeah.
together? Like, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's so powerful to have two people love each other. I'm gonna tell you a little story, right?
Okay.
I knew someone that lost their husband and they were like older. My friend's grandmother lost her husband, and it was like she was so in love with him. I kid you not, within about 12 days, it was almost like she wanted to leave too. Like it was like a real like love story. You know what I mean? Like, she was healthy. There was nothing wrong with her, but it was like she had been married to him her whole life, and she was just completely in love with him. And it was almost like when he left, like basically a part of her passed away. And it was crazy to see that a little bit over a week she also went with him. I don't know. I feel
It
like
happens all the time. It happens all the time. I was 40 years in the medical field before I retired, and I saw people all the time. Within 6 months, it's traditional that one or the other spouse they just so yearn to go be with them that they will themselves to death.
yeah.
Yep.
Is it scary for you knowing that with this new generation that they probably won't experience that, because nobody's really worried about building connections anymore? We're all worried about just the sexual
It's
gratification.
a hookup.
Yes.
It's a hookup. Yeah. I think it's sad, but I don't worry about my granddaughter because she's more traditional than she realizes. And the last podcast, you guys asked her about her mom and dad, and the equality and, what do they do for each other to show the love? And I've never seen two people be more in love than my daughter and my son-in-law. And, the old adology about how your high school sweetheart marrying them in high school. They got married in their senior year. My daughter was the first one from the high school up here to graduate with a hyphenated name even.
Wow.
And they're still pushing strong at 25, 26 years now.
Wow.
Damn.
Shout
Shout out to
out.
them.
And I mean, their lives revolve around each other. I often laugh that they won't take a dump without telling each other how many squares of toilet paper they use. They're that.
Wow.
Okay,
They're
so
that
can I
tight,
ask you a question? What's some advice do you have to this modern culture of kids growing up, this new generation?
Take your time. Don't waste it. Because it's precious. It goes by very quickly. You know, I mean, all of our parents tell us, you know, oh, before you know it, you're going to be over the hill, and you know, your kids are going to be grown and gone, and it comes around a lot faster than you realize. I mean, I have to say, in my 70 years, I've had a very full life, and I loved it, but it goes by very quickly. So just take your time. Don't be so quick to jump into relationships and jump into bed with somebody. You know, it's I mean, I've been loosey goosey time between my life too, but I mean, I look back on it and it's like, ooh, I didn't gain anything by it. You know, I didn't feel great about it, so why bother? If it's not going to be good for pleasure, then don't bother doing it.
Wow. Shout out to you, Grandma. You know what? From now on, I won't call girl hoes anymore. I'll just say you're loosey goosey. Right?
Hold on, Grandma.
You've changed my life, Grandma. Shout out to you.
One more question.
All righty. Well,
one more question,
thank you
Grandma.
guys.
Hold on.
Yep.
So Toxic has a question. He said, Grandma, why can't she cook?
Why does she cook? Because her mother spoiled her rotten. She was a very excellent mother, and she just did all the cooking. My mother never taught me to cook either.
Wow.
I learned everything when I moved out of home. I moved away when I was 16, got my own place, you know. So, yeah, I mean, it was just only because her mother spoiled her rotten.
Yeah,
It wasn't because she didn't want to teach her. Sadie, my daughter, just took care of her to the ultimate. You know, we just sent our you know, her son, my grandson, into the military, and it was devastating for her to see him go. You know, she's just that good of a parent. Both John and Sadie are good parents.
Wow.
Yep.
No, Grandma, I don't want to take too much of your time. I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it that grandparents spoil their grandkids? Could it be because they feel like they weren't good parents to their own kids?
No, you spoil your grandkids because that's what you have children for. I mean, I spoiled both of my children. Unfortunately, my son committed suicide a few years ago, so I just have my daughter that I still spoil, and then I relish spoiling my grandkids because I have the money to be able to do it. You know, it's just fun.
Okay.
It's a pleasure thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, with the long-lasting relationships come with kids and grandkids and great grandkids, you know, and that's your legacy.
Yeah.
You know, you want your children to do well.
Wow, Grandma, you've been one of the best callers of all time. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Love you, Grandma.
Thank you guys, and party on.
All right. Have a good night, Grandma.
Shout out to Grandma, bro.
All right. Okay, cool, man. That was definitely like so refreshing. Shout out to her. Wow. You probably have one of the best grandmas out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Trust me, I've been told when she came here. Where's
Really?
grandma? Where's
Yeah.
grandma?
No, but just from that encounter, you can see the difference between the generations.
yeah. And I would say that like speaking to her also gives me a better like illustration of like what type of person you are.
Mm.
Because that's why it's so important when you're in a relationship to meet like that person's family. Typically when a person doesn't have a family, you're like, yo, what's up with that? Something's weird. Like for me, I never met my father. I never had my mother. And if you looked at me, you'd be like, yo, red flag, red flag, red flag. Right. And that usually is true though. Most people that don't have families, they grow up in the system or they grow up with an uncle or somebody that didn't really care for them. Typically, right? Overall. So shout out to you, shout out to your grandma. And I really think it's important to meet you know, like your significant other's family because you know, it just shows a lot about what type, like based off speaking off your grandma, I'm like, you know what, you might not be that bad of a person. You know what I mean? So even though I already thought you were a good person, but now I'm like, damn, you know, like how can you have a grandma that great and then be a bad person? It's really hard. So
Yeah, I came from a really good family.
yeah, I would really love to meet your grandmother. So shout out to
They're
you.
dead.